Hello, I'm Adrienne Murchison, host of Let's Start Healing podcast, and I am here to share with you my GoFundMe campaign and to ask for your help. I could use your help in the production of a very special Let's Start Healing conversation that will take place on June 1st. I will bring together a circle of 5 to 7 people in which we will be talking about the concepts of the spiritual study and book, A Course in Miracles. This book means so much to me. And what I should say, the concepts and ideas of this book mean so much to me because it really speaks to how we are all love. And it has very simple concepts that underneath are very deep because the book unpacks who we are as human beings. And it offers the idea and for me, the truth that we are really spirits having a human experience, which I know you've heard before. I many years ago started reading A Course in Miracles and then started attending a spiritual study group from 2008 until the pandemic. And now that group meets spiritually. One of the powerful things about this group and this book is that it brings together people from all different walks of life, all different faiths and backgrounds. I mean, people who have come to this book have been Christian, traditional Christians, Jewish, Muslim, atheists. And the fundamental truth of the book is that we are all one, that we are all connected, and that beneath the surface of every faith is a divine love. One of the core themes of this book is that, as I'm saying, we are love. And that was so big for me because when I started studying it, I really had, I really lacked self love and wanted to get to a place of self love and living an authentic life. And when I started attending the spiritual group that I mentioned, it really helped me to do that because I vowed to just show up in truth. And so, a fundamental theme of the book is that you are love. And the other fundamental theme of the book is that if we can understand that we are love and that we can forgive ourselves, if we can forgive ourselves for whatever we think we've done, whatever horrible thing we think we've done, we could forgive our fellow man. There's a line in the book that says, I would see you as my friend that I may remember you are part of me and come to know myself. And that speaks to how we are all connected. A running theme in my podcast is that we have more in common than we think, and what we have in common can change the world. And I believe that this conversation can help move the needle, that all of us can move the needle in whatever way we we choose or whatever we put our mind to, because where we are in this world today, we need it. We need to move the needle, don't we? So I'm so looking forward to this conversation. This book, A Course in Miracles, was actually written in 1977, and it was written, I want to say by, I should say through a woman named Helen Schuckman. And she was a professor and a psychologist in New York at Columbia University. Speaking of our fellow man, before this book came to her, the ideas and the concepts of this book came to her, she was having a lot of conflict with her colleague. And one of the two of them said, there has to be a better way. And then she heard a voice uh, later when she was at home. She heard a voice, and that voice said, this is A Course in Miracles, take notes. And she had this experience with this voice for years, but she would go back to her colleague every time she would have this experience and tell him what this voice would say, and he wrote it down, and thus this book was produced. And so these two people that did not get along suddenly were working on something very profound. This is the book. You will not find her name in on the book cover. When I first started reading it, I was like, well, who wrote this? There is something once you turn the pages about Helen Schuckman, and there's been much written about her and said about her. But I just wanted to give you a little background on that. I think that the concept of this book, the ideas that are put forward, are just so powerful because, I mean, when we get down to it, we really are not that different from each other. Are we different at all when we lay down our preconceived notions about each other? Are we really that different? When we even when we think about our different cultures, I mean, all of us love our family in general. I know there are exceptions, but all of us love our family members. All of us want the well-being of the people that we love. We really are not that different from each other. We are more alike than different. And I am so looking forward to getting at what this book unpacks in the conversation on June 1st. I am trying to raise $1,860 at least. And the recording will take place at the videographer's studio on June 1. Whether or not you support this GoFundMe campaign, I hope that you do check out this video once it is published. As I said, it'll be recorded on June 1, and then it'll be edited, and within the next few weeks, it will be published for you to see. So please GoFundMe, and in the meantime, let's start healing.